Water's cold. Welcome in. 126. Feeling the difference between chilly water, cold water. What's up?
Yeah, let's start the podcast with a prayer if that's cool.
Oh, yeah, before we even get... Yes, let's go.
Yeah, totally. Dear Father God, thank you for gathering the spirits here today. Thank you for giving me time to hang out with my friend Justin. Thank you for his influence in my life. Thank you for this podcast. And I hope in this time that we can have moments of clarity, moments to articulate the things that we're trying to articulate, but also be open to the things that you want us to articulate. But regardless, to surround us with the protection from anything that might try to stop us from speaking our mind and from flowing you and channeling you into this podcast. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Carry that with you. 126. Fully leveled up RuneScape stuff. Water gets cold though, for real.
Shout out merch.
Yes, dog. King of Hearts. I had a moment with that shirt last night. I was wearing that shirt out to our little dinner, and then one of the wives at the orchestra was like, our married couples group, and then she was like, "Is that for Brandon Lake? Like the shirt that I'm wearing, like that one?" And I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" I was like, "We're gonna see Brandon Lake, but this is like, I just like made this. This is actually like my brand.
This is my merch."
Yeah, this is my merch. And she's like, "Oh, that's all. I like it. It's like his alluding to his King of Hearts tour that he's on right now, that we're going to next week." And I was like, "What?" Okay, that's lit. I'm here for it.
No, that's trippy.
Yeah, that was wild.
No, that's trippy. That's awesome.
Shout out to the merch. It's Easter. It's Holy Week, bro. It's Holy Week, bro. It might be lined up with the truest Holy Week is what I've seen, but who knows? There's a time where that's true regardless of whenever that is, and that might be now. Why not? Why not you? Why not us? Why not now? That was it. That was everything.
Yeah, that's a lot. I love that. There's something there.
The King of Hearts, bro.
The shirt's fire.
It's
I was
gas.
just thinking
It's
about
so
like
cool.
the merch in general. Like I love the I love the Jesus is the main character shirt. That's probably like my favorite shirt on the roster. I think you struck gold with that.
I think it's cool.
It's the perfect shirt to launch the merch line with, I think. It's legitimately like I hang up all my favorite shirts, and then that one's like the 1.1. It's the one that like because you could see all of it. The other ones are kind of behind each other, you know.
Yeah.
And it's because it's the hardest shirt I have, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about this one is right up there. That's like a 2 or 3. I'm like, Justin came with like a 2 top 3 picks in the draft out of his university for my rack. It's so sick, dude.
Thanks, bro. Yes, I appreciate it.
And then I like that you put
lit.
the text on the back with the red letters on. It's just really nice, man.
Simple.
So shout out merch. And then I was thinking about that shirt right there, and I was like, it's almost Kanye merch. It's like Jesus is King was like his line. And I was like, it's funny because I think we're just like expressing the same thing, or like that idea of like, this is what I want to wear, you know? It's like the same thoughts happen to y'all. And you
This is what I have.
made merch out of that.
Sometimes you'll forget what shirt you're wearing, you know what I'm saying? Then someone will say it to you, and you're just like, oh, yeah, that's what's up. It's like, you're representing that thing.
You're wearing Mythy armor today, man. Like, what's up with that? How'd you get that trimmed? And you're like, oh, yeah. I was just scaping away, dog.
It's a party hat. No, yeah, I love it. I'm here for it. It was crazy. It was a cool little hit him with the moment. I was like, oh, gotta be good. That's crazy. Out of all the things I could have been inspired to make or inspired to like create from and of, and to have this line, because yeah, she bought these tickets to this Brandon Lake show so long ago, long time, like at least 6+ months, maybe 9 months. It's been a long time ago. She bought these tickets. I was like, okay, that's what's up. And then to just like have that moment and be like, is that for Brandon Lake? And I was like thinking about wearing it or like what to wear to like the Brandon Lake concert, you know what I'm saying? But
that's
then I got you one, and then I was like, I got Victoria one. I was like, I'll get the kid one.
Yeah, nice.
She's rocking with it.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, and it fits the theme of the concert, even independently of my own actions to create like inclinations to want to create that at the time. And I was like, oh, that's wild.
That's an aligning spirit. I just felt Jordan Peterson enter my body. Jordan Peterson is
come back. Come back. We miss you. We miss you.
Yeah, he would say that like when you actually aim upward, what would that actually look like? Like and the reality that can manifest is like usually beyond your conceptualization of what the upper end of committing yourself spiritually would look like. And that it's the same thing negatively downwards. Like that's part of life that makes it so dramatic to us in our own experience. But that's something that I think like an aligning spirit really can communicate with you in your life because of the way that you've committed yourself towards what would be like the highest star. And then it's like we don't even know, like don't even know what that would look like. It sounds like to me like someone would your life would kind of tell you like yes you were this merch was a good idea, like you followed the spirits that led you to this moment because you created the shirt and walked in faith and played out your belief systems, and your belief systems were aligned with things that were the proper align like the truest proper alignment. And then you get like yeah that I don't like that's not coincidence to me. I love when people say there is no coincidence is such a thing. I'm like, that's like saying one of the most polarizing, like immigration is bad. It's like, or immigration is good. It's like, oh, well, there's like a debate to be had there. It's a bold statement, you know? So that's sick. I love that. I love that for you.
I'm here for it.
It's got to make you feel like you're in the right place at the right time, which is such a synchronizing, strange feeling.
Yeah. Trying to doing some things that are deemed proper sacrifices, but obedience is better than sacrifices. That's what we're talking about.
On that note, did you know that you remember Surfaces?
Surfaces. I remember the name for sure. It was like a band or a musical group.
Yes.
Okay.
At one point in time, when I was back living with my sister in San Marcos, they were definitely my favorite like band. I was like, I pretty much like Surfaces and then like Drake, and then it's like made a cardio playlist, but also that's when I was playing with songs like Rehab and Tonight the Music Feels So Loud. Like the first time you find that song, throw it on the running playlist. So it was like moving out of hip hop into something else, if that makes sense what I'm trying to describe.
Okay.
And they had the song like Sheesh. I be like, sheesh,
Yeah.
sunset on a beach. Made me want to pull up in Miami like the heat. Yeah, that song was fire. And they have at least one other song that was in my top 5 songs at the time. And then a good playlist after that. So then I saw them post a song, but it was just like one person. My brain was like kind of confused, like, isn't this a group? Or like, I don't know. So I just opened the comments kind of naturally. Everybody's like, where's Forrest? Where's Forrest? Where's Forrest? And then like the fourth comment is like, oh, Forrest Frank is out there making bullshit Christian music. And then the top reply to that comment was like, yeah, we don't fucking want that shit. Hard for me to even say with my fucking mouth.
Yeah, right. What?
It says we don't fucking want that shit.
Christian or Forrest Frank was a part of Surfaces?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That had me tripping. And then they were hating on Forrest Frank for like switching over and making Christian music in that chat. And I was just like, what a weird side of the fence to be on, man. Because like
maybe they bots from Norway or Norwegian or the Netherlands or who knows, anywhere, Ireland, Dublin, Iceland, Greenland, VPNs, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Bot farms.
Yeah, I'm with that. That's
real.
There is that. I see it everywhere. I see crazy stuff, crazy replies where I'm just like, are you a demon? I'm like, no, you're a bot from some farm somewhere.
Program. Well, who's to decide?
I saw another post. It was like a Christian post, and somebody was being real like harshly negative and critical, talking about like I followed the comments down, and then the bottom comment was like, the Bible that you're reading isn't the true Bible. They stole the Bible from the Quran, and then created like Western civilization culture. And if you really want to be closer to God, you would want to be reading the Quran. You got to know what's up. You're reading bullshit or whatever. And then above that, she had argued that.
Where was Huff at?
What?
Where was Huff at?
Right.
He studied up on the Quran.
And then earlier up than that, she had said that women should be like the decision makers, that there's scripture that support this, that men are supposed to be like subservient to the women. And they're like, but she was doing it in a really like girl power queen. We're supposed to run the family, queen. You don't even know what you're doing. Look at all these scriptures. This other girl was like, scripturally, like, here's what you're talking about. Like a little Wes Huff energy. Okay. And that led down to, you don't even know the Bible. Your Bible's not the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is a bot. If that's a bot, that's a crazy bot, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You're about to unleash that on our social media feeds? What the hell?
It's crazy. Yeah, I never knew that Forrest Frank was a part of Surfaces.
There we go.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right? Mind blower. I'm trying to think of which verses were his, but it just makes sense. So it's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Forrest Frank like but was successful in Surfaces, left Surfaces to do Forrest Frank, and then is like the biggest Christian artist in my opinion that's out. He's like Kobe. I mean, like,
He's popping.
we'll see if he wins a chip, but I'll put my chips on that.
He's popping. He's winning Yama. Coming up energy, something different.
Yeah, gonna be competitive for one of the best artists of the year. And I don't know. He's just that's so. Then I feel like he had to sacrifice something there. I imagine that was kind of scary, or like, you know, it reminds me of aligning yourself with like the higher spirit or the Most High, and also my own transition out of like trying to. Yeah, you can't just. There's like posts that are like listening to hip hop when you're 30. Be like, I want to do terrible stuff. I want to do terrible stuff and give my spirit away to unworthy things. Is basically all hip hop on some level, and I'm that's the joke. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. That's funny. I do feel that. So now I'm listening to Forrest Frank and not so much like. But when Iceman comes out, though, I think that's gonna feed families. Though
it's gonna feed families.
Yeah.
Who's what is up?
Because people are gonna start going off in their life. They've got Iceman. It's time to like. I don't know.
That's the new season.
Yeah, people are gonna be activated off of that. That's like the common joke on social media. It's like feeding families. Where is this album? People post like snippets and stuff.
Okay, I'm with it.
So yeah, that's. I think there's something I was listening to. Just talking about music and Christian stuff to tie this thought off. I was listening to Certified Lover Boy, and I remember like those songs. Like going hard to life listening to those songs. Like Champagne Poetry really moves me. I don't know if that's like a lame thing to say, but there's just like a special like I know like it's like I'm able to tap into an old, very powerful energy when I listen to that song. Yeah.
Yeah, no, listening to like One Dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like this is just these are good words. There's something there. Who knows how we got it? Who knows what's going on with it? Intentions behind it, but I think there's an artistry and a poetry element, and something that's appreciated when something's more depth than what is initially kind of presented to you, like a movie with extra meaning or an extra interpretation, or a song with conscious intent of the bars and the entendres behind the bars and the implications behind the wording and the deliverance or whatever.
Yeah,
and all of that is layers of paint they put over the words, or they use with the words to give the painting of the song more texture and depth. And if they're able to do that successfully, we are just like pulled by that. And Drake has that, you know what I'm saying? He's done that. I guess then the question would be how much of it is like truly from him and written by him, you know, because he has extra contributors and extra, I guess, hands, you know, in the team, hypothetically, writing some of the songs for him. There was that issue or that, what was the guy's name? There was like a public, whenever some guy wrote, I think it was something off of If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Maybe. I don't know, during the Meek Mill time. They had a beef about it. The guy wrote a song for Drake, and it was like publicly, or there was some sort of spectacle behind it. I don't know, some sort of social like blow up of it. But that's like the question that's begged at that point. But I think there might be something, you know, Drake, given the longevity. With J. Cole, we know he's writing his own stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. He had a weird thing come out saying like that. Do you know what a paper tiger is? I don't know either. That's
not in symbolism or like.
I think they were trying to say that he never thought that he was as good as Drake or Kendrick, but that like, I don't know. He acted like he was a top 3, but he wasn't a top 3. I don't get the argument because there's songs where I'm like, dude, Johnny P's Caddy's verse is some of the hardest stuff I've ever heard in my life. Like, some of his songs go insane. So I don't know. Do you think J. Cole's not truly up there with like Drake and Kendrick as far as discography and talent?
I think so, for sure. J. Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the post was, so I don't want to talk too much on it. But yeah, that's been a whole thing lately.
I haven't heard his new album though, because I've just been listening to like Forrest Frank, you know what I'm saying? And like worship music and podcasts, really. And that's pretty much it, dog. That's pretty much it, dog.
I'm with that shift, Forrest Frank. Services, that dude's going hard too. Like the song that I heard him singing, I was like, this goes hard. I would add this to my playlist when it comes out.
So all this was stemmed from a post that you saw about this services.
Yeah. Coming out with a new song.
by himself, solo.
Yeah.
He's still going by Surfaces, not his name.
Right? Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Surfaces.
Yep. No, that's the thing though, is that I thought about that too. I was like, would you still be Surfaces? Are you Surface?
Mr. Surface. Surface.
I was like, why don't you just go by your own name now? It's like, does that kind of turn into a thing? You're like, all right, fine. Like, I have to like, I don't know. What do you do at that point? It's like you built the brand Surfaces. You probably ride that.
Yeah, all the merch, all the everything already made.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Forrest Frank will guest appearance with him, but who knows? Who knows what's really going on there? I think ultimately Forrest Frank wasn't afraid to not.
Yeah, he had to rebrand.
Yeah, like align himself with something. I think that's probably what he did. He's like, I want to like do more than this. I want to make Christian music or try like to align what I do with what like my grandfather does probably, you know? And Surfaces was always like upbeat, positive music regardless. They were a better choice for sure. Now he's like the best choice. Spiritually.
Feels great. We're rocking.
I don't know too much about Brandon Lake, but I know he's like up there right now in popularity.
Yeah, he's like in the same kind of category, like or similar type of archetype story in this different genre of Christian music. I'm not sure about his upcoming into that, if he had a Surfaces story or whatever, how long he's been making just Christian music. But definitely he blew up a lot whenever he played for the Charlie Kirk Memorial, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure around that time.
Okay. That really put him up there on the map.
That gave him some extra oomph. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. What a crazy thing Charlie Kirk was in our culture.
Crazy. Stories. The stories were told. Who knows? Just follow Christ.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the answer every time.
Christ working. I promise, no matter what you got going on, Christ working. I promise. All the negative stuff is just like the minion of tyranny. That's all it ever is. That's all it's ever been. It manifests in gross ways. Read books and history. No matter what it is. Guess what? Christ working.
Taylor's all the time.
Every time. That's one thing I definitely have realized about life.
I don't even know what that means exactly. It's hard to explain.
Like,
we want words, but I can't give you words. They're no good anyway. It's just air. Just organized air and noise.
It's like you read Harry Potter and it's like a story. And then it's like these crazy things happen and like forces beyond what you thought were in the rules of the game, like impact things in final sequences to transfer seasons into the next story. And you read that and you're like, my life is just pure chaos. My life isn't. That's why we like books, is because my life is just like random simulations playing out every single day of probability and chance of chaos. And it's just like, no, it's not. It's like, that is what's going on here too. It's a reflection of us. That's why the Bible works, because we can like reflection into us what they're saying about things. It's like we're in a narrative, you know what I mean? But that's like a hard thing to conceptualize every single day of your life. But in that narrative, it's like there's always gonna be terrible shit going on. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like in every narrative, like in your life too, that's kind of like, if it's not random chaos, it's like, no, there are like structures of things that have existed for so long that they're just forces in your narrative. It's like the forces of evil, the bad guys, the antagonist itself. It's like that is happening to you, perhaps for the better of you. It's a writing tool too. A story would be boring without an antagonist. So that's a whole nother argument of like, you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about somebody and I was like, he was such a great bad guy. Like, you ever think
Kevin Spacey?
yeah, right. Such a great bad guy. It's like, what does that even? What the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, wow.
He embodied the villain well. Like
Right.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Like, that makes the story almost more interesting when we're like, the villain was a great bad guy. Like, I bought into like the emotional, like, I wanted him to lose. And if it's a good villain, you get emotionally invested into like, they're crazy too. Like, you understand them a little bit. And it's just like, but the lose, it's competitive. Like, there's like more of an adversarial fight going on between the protagonist and the antagonist that makes it somehow more worthy, or the story more like intense, you know what I mean? So then we'll say like, that was a great bad guy. Like, he really played that role well. Kevin Spacey as a bad guy is like, what a great guy to so say.
Classic. Yeah.
So is the adversary in your life? It's just weird. Like, why? It's like, is it a writing tool? Is that like God's like, you need that? I design a shadow you that you call Satan to like wrestle with you and make you the best version of you, like get you the closest you can to honing in what is your spirituality on this matrix. I don't know. Perhaps.
Mm-hmm,
I don't
mm-hmm.
think so, though.
What do you think?
I think the story of, and I hate talking about the devil or too much, but I think the story of Lucifer falling from heaven is like, I think critical to understanding that. It's like, how literal is that? Because if
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Where's it in scripture? Do we know? I couldn't tell you.
it's Jesus saying, before he saw, that's, I'm pretty sure the scripture is Jesus saying, I saw Lucifer fall from heaven and he struck the earth like lightning, I think is the thing. Like, that's how, like almost like a Zeus type story. But I'm not sure how to understand that scripture either, you know? I'll look it up real quick. So we're actually talking Bible talk.
Oh, yeah, let's get in there with some Bible talk, some verses, talk.
But so if that's to be said, I think there's something about like there was perfect, and I don't think it's maybe literally, but I think if you take it or just thinking abstractly,
Mm-hmm.
like there was perfect order, and then for whatever reason, when there's perfect order, like something wants to a negative force occurs and then has to be cast out. But then that negative force within the place of being cast out can accrue things that are like the hatred and the upset and the people whose spirits are downtrodden. They can collect down there in the thing that opposes perfect order and then try to destroy it. That's like maybe the mechanics of perfect order played out. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell us. Or I mean,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just thinking, yeah, it's something about there's even our conceptualization of perfect. There's like a finality attached to that. It's like perfect, like done, complete. But then, like within time itself, there is no like necessarily done or complete, and maybe it's just going on. And the higher order that is, there's a higher order that is a static kinetic order versus an order that is just still, something like that. And we're like, it's perfect. It's like this is what it is, but perfect is maybe ongoing. And no matter how perfect something maybe could be, there's a version of it that is more perfect whenever the adversary is present. The resistance that is necessary for strength.
yeah, right, yeah. Okay, so just the scriptures. That's the thing. Like, especially before I get into that, just like the story of Job, the way that starts, where it's more or less like, you know what I mean?
Life, you've been lifing.
God's like, yeah, you could test this guy. Yeah, you like God in that moment knew that would be harmful, but also he might have been knowing he was writing a story for what is the rest of time like. Life will come at you like this anyway. It's like a good coach. He's like, you want to press the shit out of the boys? Go ahead. And then we read like, coach said, what? We got to integrate that into our lives. But it could be such that it's like, coach is like, no, they need to toughen up. Like, this is what it's going to feel like. They don't know that this is what it's going to feel like at their hardest moments. So I need to like kind of show them sometimes. So go ahead and show him. Like, he's that boy can rock. Like, put the full court press on my guy. Send 7, blitz him out, you know, like, and then
That's Goggins.
Job rocked with it and then was able to write a story that transcends time. Like God using Job for that purpose doesn't necessarily like that's the kind of God that we have. I think will like enter someone's life and use them for a purpose greater than our conceptualization of like our suffering, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's the God that I think is out there. That's the God I think I know. If you want to question me on is God moving like that, I think it's like that in the Bible. Here's some scripture about what we're talking about though. Jesus himself in Luke 10:18 had said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. And there's another scripture where Isaiah, I guess, is talking about the king of Babylon, and he's just like, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of morning? How art thou cut down to the ground? And I guess he was kind of like saying like that's the spirit of that had embodied the king of Babylon, and more or less he was less talking to the king of Babylon and more talking to like Satan himself in essence. These ideas that like demons entering your body might kind of like enter the form of someone who's like created ideals that beyond betray what is like the right thing, and they're common. It's like, of course you think you should do whatever you want, of course. And what happens? You always fall out of heaven, don't you, Satan? And it's like, yo, that was probably super hard. At the time, like, yo, he just said that to the king. Like, that had to be bars, dude. I just got chills. And then I guess in Revelations, there's like there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent called the devil and Satan, he was cast out onto the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So Isaiah, Luke, and Revelation, that's kind of like a broad spectrum of books referencing this.
Yeah, there's something that needs to get cast out of heaven, out of the perfect place.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
I guess this is what we conceptualize heaven to be, like a place where, yeah, it is perfect. But yeah, then what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean, Matthew?
It's like God created man, Justin. What does that mean? Like when he created, I'm thinking like he created us, like we don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. You know what I mean? Like we're in here being person, but he created like a man that what's intention, like what its purpose. The fact that we feel like we need fulfillment might be outside of the fact that it's like God needs us for fulfillment in that sense. He might have a greater purpose than us feeling like fulfillment all the time. These things are deep thoughts, deep waters. Take an oxygen tank.
We're wading in the waters and they call it witty.
Weighty currents. You get swept under thinking about this stuff.
Yeah, dude. I think any of our we're just humans, man. We're just little humans, man. And we have a divine part within us, but at the same time, it's just like the openness needs to be there, man. As far as even like using scripture, but also your interpretation of scripture. But I guess it's the feeling process between who do we think's interpreting to the best ability or to the truest, to the highest, legitimately. We can feel that, you know?
Yes, I think you can be more and more and more attuned to it. That's part of the spirituality, like growing inside of you. That's part of what makes these things like difficult for people to understand how simply we can put it sometimes when they're on the other end of the spectrum and they haven't like felt the exponential growth of like your spirituality growing to where you can really feel what the right thing is. Something beautiful happens. Someone sacrifices themselves for the right thing and you're just like, it's beautiful. It's like hard to have an appreciation for those things if you're not like spiritually aligned to see the beauty in that, you know?
It's too much. It's too much.
But you can't connect yourself with it all the time. That's the thing. It's like Harry Potter 1 is always right there for you. Read the Sorcerer's Stone, man. It's like...
It's going to take time. That's the thing that we're learning. Time. It takes time.
Time's happening.
Time's just happening, too. It doesn't matter.
It's difficult to wield it. It's damn near impossible. It's damn near impossible.
The fact of time itself, yeah, that is our limitation, you know? If we hypothetically had enough time to do anything and everything, you know, we would do it all. You could do it all. Time is the thing that's like limiting us.
Yeah.
You can live forever.
I'm thinking about like why put time and why include that as a mechanic?
The experience of time.
Yeah. I don't know. I think time. A weird thing lately I've been thinking about time is that I think you dilate it. I really think that's what you do. Like if you get up and you work out early in the morning, your day just moves differently. Or like depending on how you feel, the day can drag. And I think that this is like a time dilation in your perception that ultimately results in the matrix where you literally can get more done with your day. Like if you dilate time perfectly by whatever, for me, what that manifests is like there's a desired morning routine that leads into a predictable afternoon in which I usually work out and put myself in like a physiologically different place where at that point I'm like, I don't know. And then once I'm in that state of mind and have those brain waves, usually predictably these things will happen over here. And like if enough of these things happen like that, I guess I'm talking about just like my spiritual alignment will be there which is good. But I can't remember
To
why.
get into like a more controlled state of time
Mm, yes,
dilation.
yes. Okay, when I'm doing those things successfully, time will dilate in such a way that like I can, like you said, like fit everything in, like the all the groups and all the meetings, and like sit down and do the work on the computer, and then fold the laundry, and then as I'm doing those things, it's like, but then if you're just like sitting there watching a movie for like an hour, kind of like wasting time, I guess. It's like that hour passes like really fast, and then like nothing happened, and then you can get really engaged, and it'll feel like you had an awesome like enjoyment of that thing, but it's just you're ultimately less things will happen per hour and time will go by more quickly. But on the other end of the spectrum, you can do more things per hour and also it'll feel like you had all day to do them. And also you're not really in it. Like you're not like feeling the time hit you. You're like on top of it. So it's not you have a lot of time stamina. If you're ever at a shift and you're like 3 hours into the shift and you're just like, oh my God, work is butt. I am suffering. The suffer so high right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Instead, you like get to it's like 10 o'clock and you're like, oh man, it's like 10 o'clock. Let's hoop.
It's done. It's over.
Yeah, for real.
Let's
Let's
go
wrap
home.
it up and get out of here.
That's all, folks.
That experience is so different than like it's insane.
It's only been 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Jeez.
Just trying not to look at the clock in class when you have an hour and 20-minute class. You're just like, damn it, I looked. Oh my God, we're still here. Oh, it's only been 28 minutes. Yeah, dude. Horrible. These things are swaying. So yeah, the time dilation thing is what I think there's something in our brain that like perceives time differently depending on how you're interacting with the day.
You feel me? I feel, yeah. I think there's something, I don't know, because I felt like that. We all have that. We have stuff to do. And like, you know how busy that you feel? And I feel busy. I'm sure everyone feels a certain level of busy. I'm just like, how does Elon Musk get all of that done? How is that even, what are you doing? You only have 24 hours as well. You know?
It becomes delegatable.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's something different there. There's something different there for sure.
It's like, what?
Like Tom Brady was on some different stuff as far as like routine.
Kobe,
different stuff.
different.
Diffy life. That's what he's pointing to. He's like, but you could do diffy stuff and have diffy outcomes. And that's kind of like his whole thing. It's like, just do it. Just do it. Here I am at 4. Then you create an identity of someone who needs to represent it at billboard level. So he's showing up to every meeting at like 4 a.m, like an hour early to some of his interviews. And he would just sit there and wait. Like, that's almost psychopath behavior. It's like,
Borderline.
I'm winning this engagement. This is how you don't even know how hard. I'll get up at 2 a.m, dog.
I'm so prepared. Dedicate all my time to preparation and execution.
Yeah, you can engage with that spirit.
Diffy stuff.
And time will be different for you. That's the thing. That's part of what happens when you engage with that spirit from time to time. It's like
you get more control of it. You get better to fight it. To have your will take over what is happening in the moment versus anything else.
Yeah. It might even be such that the board force is the force that's like trying to tell you like engage with life, bro. Isn't this boring? It's like, dude, like enjoy your life, you know? But so yeah, just misalignment with what could be. I think it's just like there's something about being engaged that you move differently as like a particle, like an energy. And then when you're like engaged and into it, like things go by really fast. And then, but the thing is if you can be, most of the time we're engaged with like something that takes up all of our time. It's like a distraction, like a movie. We'll be super engaged in the movie. You walk out and you're like, yo, it was like dark outside. It was like 2.5 hours of my life.
It got dark.
But then you can be engaged with doing stuff, and then that's when it gets like weird because you're like, and I hit the gym, and I did the thing, and I had time to read the Bible, and I was able to do this. It's like I started getting up at 6 a.m. because you give me a little bit more time. It starts getting crazy. And then, yeah, you're finding pockets you didn't really know existed because you weren't using them, you know? And that's like exponential, like time wielder skill.
Time wielding. Yeah, dude. Time dilation. Changing. Just your perception of your story and what's happening. Most of the time we don't know what's happening, but sometimes we can exercise and adhere to like a schedule that we create, and that is like somewhat creating, I know what's happening. At least a loose structure. You know, throw in that willpower to create somewhat known territory in the complete unknown. You're like, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm doing these things. And then you do all the things. You're like, nice. Okay, I handled all those things. And then sometimes life will just give you something to handle. And it's like, oh, here, I got to handle this thing the same way I've been handling the other random pockets of time with my conscious energy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like, it's like a sneak attack, a surprise attack.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, here we go. How do I handle moments?
Yeah. Because I get this sense sometimes that it's a lot of defensive training. And then I'm like, align myself more with defensive players as far as like when I'm watching sports. And then I'm like, why is that happening to me a little bit, as I grow up? Because I used to be super like Bucks guy. Whoever gets to get the Bucks the best is usually my favorite. But then I think it's because it's like it feels like we train for that all the time. Like do the dishes and do the thing and like keep everything in order before things fall apart. And then the things happen to you where it's like it actually like this will take you out, bro. Like if you don't handle this well, like you're gonna like take hard L's, bro. You might lose your job, bro, or like like damage a relationship in your life that you really need to not damage. Like it could be like losing one of your parents, and then like one of your siblings like needs you to be an expectation of something. And it's like if you don't uphold that in such a way, then things will then crack further apart. So I need you to lock in, bro. And I feel like that's the harder seasons of that. That feels like what's happening. Otherwise, life is good. You know what I mean? Like otherwise, we don't really have to worry about much. Why play defense? It's like, but then I think it's like critical to what's happening. Is like things are gonna try to take you out, and you got to lock in and not let that happen, so you can stay on like God's path or
under
like
attack,
the optimum outcome, the plan that Jesus has for us, that wrote about us, that knew us before when we were in the womb. It's like that plan for who you're supposed to be is under attack.
Since the beginning, bro. Since the beginning. That's what's going on here. We're under attack.
Sometimes I see God being like, this is like the best I could do. But like I've seen my dad be like, this is the best I could do. Like this is the best outcome that I could like make with all the constraints, with all of my heart and all of my effort and all my everything. Like this is the best that I could do for like this situation right here. Or like, like as a dad, like I put all my dad energy into it. And then I'm just like, I know what that feels like. And then sometimes I feel like God's like that too with creation. It's like, I know that there's some things that are like unbearably, I'm sorry, but this is it right here. Like this is it. It's like, okay, like I accept that. I'm sorry for being mad. It's kind of like how I felt with my dad in the past, or like whatever upset feelings you have, it's anxiety or like depression or whatever. It's like once I feel like I felt that before and be like, okay, like I get it. That resonates with me. I understand that. And I have empathy and I love you. And like, thank you, but then giving that to God too, for when I'm like upset about things, you know what I mean? It's, I hate saying, you know what I mean? I gotta stop doing that. It's like, I'm like things, I don't know what I mean is what I really mean to say. Like
things, dog.
No, but it's just like when hard things happen, like for instance, my mom passed away, but like I don't think about it like every day. I don't mourn every day, I guess what I'm trying to say. And sometimes it's beautiful, but sometimes it is sad, and sometimes I don't even think about it. I'm just like engaged with life. But then like I could be like, man, if my mom was here, she'd be able to help me so much in this season of my life, and I'd have this kind of things. And you could think like that, and then be like, man, God, like how is this like the best outcome, or like how is this like the optimal path? You know what I mean? No, I don't know what I mean. Why am I questioning God? But no, the thing ultimately is like I feel like God being like, this is like. This is the story. This is the best story I could write. Like I promise you. Like, and I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry. It's not all fruit cakes and donuts, man.
It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, like I'm doing something outside of the conceptualization of you, my son.
Yeah. Just give it some time. And trust me. And yeah, that was one thing we were talking about in my men's group. That was dope. It was like the idea of I think it's Samuel 15:22, 1 Samuel, and it was just saying obedience is better than discipline, or more significant than sacrifice. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. Let's pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
But I just like felt myself get into a little bit deeper. I'm sure we're getting okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna wait till after the podcast, but if you want to hit them back.
No, I was just gonna look up this Bible verse from the boy now, the whole thing.
Does that time work for you?
Wednesday.
Somebody said Thursday.
At 1:30. Shoot, I don't know. I could try to. Yeah, it should be alright. I'll see what I'm coming in for, but I'm looking for the boy.
Samuel.
The boy. Where is it? Here we go.
Yes, Bible-based
15:22.
theology. I'm trying to stay within the scripture now.
What's this even just talking about, bro? Samuel replied, "Does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as in obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams." So we were just talking about that, and like obedience is better than sacrifice. Like, what is that exactly pointing to? A little bit. And then I was just tying that into the idea of even, I guess, it's like obedience is kind of more of like your sacrifice. Like, where is your sacrifice directed? It's like we're always making sacrifices all the time, and then to have the obedience be more important than the sacrifice. And I was like, oh, that's like connected to the story of Abraham. We were talking because we were spitballing back and forth on this. It's like, what does it mean about God? What does it mean about people? And like, what do I get from this particular line of scripture? And then there was like 2 more points at the bottom of it. But we were just talking, chatting it out. But then the idea of like Abraham taking Isaac to go be sacrificed, and then God like not even taking that sacrifice. He was like, no, your obedience was more important than that sacrifice. And like, I'll take care of the sacrifice as well, as long as you're willing to do that part of it, whatever that even means.
Whew. Yeah. You know. It says micro is picking up litter when you see it, and it says macro is dealing with a problem when you see it. Yeah. That's hard. It's deeper than that, man.
Yeah.
No, that feeling when it calls to you, or just like, I think we all have to feel that on a micro level every day. But then sometimes it's like, sacrifice your son to do the right thing. It's like, what? But then just trusting God so much that's like, things I don't understand, bro. It's like, I don't need to understand them. Like, I know how God working, Jesus working. These outcomes are better than my expectation for the outcomes. But it looks like I'm sacrificing or I'm doing something less than. It's like, but God is better in that less than your expectation for what you thought you were dealing with. It's like Pastor Ed was like telling that story as well. About the smoothie. It was
the expectation.
Yeah. It's like, you're like, oh man, like this isn't what I wanted. It's like, this is exactly what you needed, which is better than what you wanted, actually. No sacrifice involved. It's like, it's funny because I feel like that's okay. So I feel like that's a reflection, honestly, of like what, like how the devil works. Because he's like, yeah, you sacrifice a little bit for what you think you want, but actually I trick you into the sacrifice changes everything so that you wouldn't have even wanted the thing that I gave you. Now you're in a worse hell because you sacrificed part of yourself for it. I'll take a credit loan for another $1 million in this casino. It's like, yeah, you like having $1 million, don't you? Bang, where's your house?
Bang, 1 kneecap. Bang, 2 kneecaps. You're gone. Oh, Jesus, scary.
But with God, that it feels the same way as the Smoothie King story, where it's like, you took less than, but I gave you more than what you expected. And I'm like, that's an interesting parallel. I had that thought in the shower today.
Shower thoughts.
This part of the podcast is brought to you by Shower Thoughts. But I think that's the devil just maybe imitating God.
Yeah.
In an admirable way. He looks
slope.
up to him because he is the Most High.
Something that answers your sacrifices.
Yeah. The fact that those things are transcendent, like they transcend your conceptualization for the plane that you're on. You're like, sure, right now I'd love $1 million. But then like 2 weeks later, you're like, yo, if I could just go back in time and not do that. Oh my gosh, if I could just not do that. But it's like in the moment, like there's something, you're sacrificing yourself to a spirit, and then that thing's going to have like transformation. You're going to be in a new situation. So, but it's cool. That's like part of the gospel. So I'm trying to testify about God's side of things. Is like, it is the same in the same sense It's like you think you're taking less than, you think you're sacrificing yourself, you think you're sacrificing your son, and then somehow those things, like our God is like transcendent for better. It's like, yeah, you didn't even don't do that, don't do that, do that. I'll take care of that. That's a cool God. That's worthy. It's worthy to follow.
Yeah, bro. And then Jesus being the lamb that was slain, and the lamb that takes away the sin of the world, riding in a donkey. It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Scripture talk. I also saw
Come
in the
on now.
Bible they called it a cult.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of struck me. I was like, oh, whoa.
I had that thought too. Or I was like thinking about you in that sense. It's like the Colts talk.
Nice, right? I was like, that's sick. That's sick.
Andy rapping, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real. I was like, that makes this logo so much worthy, so much better than like the New Jersey Devils. Imagine that's where.
Oh yeah.
Jeez,
criminy. We can't have that.
That's like the worst example.
Yeah, for real. That was good.
But yeah, no, it's cool. Shout out the Colts of the world. And I was like, is a Colt a donkey? Are we the Indianapolis Donkeys? That's almost kind of harder. Like if it's what Jesus wrote in on. Give me a AI, make me a wallpaper.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. I like the Bible, man. Bible's cool.
That's tight. That'd be a funny shirt. Riding in on some Colts gear.
Like on a blue horse, white horse. Or a colt, I guess. Not sure what it is, but that was cool. I finished Matthew. I haven't been reading every day. Resolution's hard. That's my resolution update.
Let's go.
It's hard and it's not hard. It's a time dilation. Like if you get up and sacrifice yourself to the Bible early in the morning, then you can do the dishes. Then you're doing the dishes and making breakfast. Then I'm also doing the laundry. Then I'm packing the gym bag. Boom. Breakfast just got done. Like you are cooking, not just breakfast.
Literally. And abstractly.
Yeah, so then it just feels like you get so far ahead within just like it's a worthy sacrifice. Or what? I get up and like drink coffee and like look at ESPN and then maybe go back and take another nap. Or that's pretty much all I do in the morning if I'm gonna just like not use my morning properly. You know, it's just like sleep more.
Yeah, facts. As we sleeping, that sleep be taking you sometimes. We be on our feet a lot for our job too, walking around a lot, doing them things with it.
I came home and took an hour-long nap on accident.
Whoops.
Yesterday.
It just happens.
Yeah, I did not expect that to happen. I had my shoes on.
I was going somewhere. I had intention. Nope. Dang it.
Yeah, like I got Demi home and the play was to get, you know, I thought we were going to like start playing and I was going to start doing the things. And then she's like sleepy. First we're playing in here just a little bit and she's like integrating herself with my apartment. And then I'm like sitting here and she wants me to pick her up and then she's like cuddles up against me. So I like lay down here for a little bit and then she's like kind of like pulling on my face and like then like going back to sleep. So then I go lay down in the bed and then she's doing like the same thing where she like wants to play but then she's just like doesn't have the energy to play.
Done.
Yeah.
It's done.
And then so then she fell asleep like on my chest and then the lights were, I just had the lamp on and I was sitting there with like 1 foot on the bed, 1 foot off the bed, just kind of hanging, just like laying down. And it's like came back to hour passed just like that, dude. Didn't even see it coming, man. And I realized like, yeah, it's because we're using a lot of energy expenditure every day, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely makes it just, yeah, there's a human aspect here. There's a sleep aspect we need for some reason. You know,
it's my proper sacrifice.
Time. That's part of the deal of time. So we can't even use it all. That sucks.
What a good villain.
That is the limit. That is the limit. You know?
Yeah. Oh, like we talked about at the beginning. Like time is such a constraining thing.
That is the constraint. Yeah.
Yeah. You get old and you're like, I should have done more things. It's that's time itself.
That's death.
Yeah. Right. And is death a bad force? It's like, it's part of the cycle of what's happening here. It creates the constraint for the thing that you're experiencing.
Death itself isn't necessarily like evil. It's just part of the deal.
Right. Right.
But then there's like a belief that comes from that makes it part of pursuing or like death for the sake of death. You know what I'm saying? Worshipping that or giving that energy and energy expenditure. It's like nihilism at its root, you know?
Yeah.
We're making more suffering for the sake that there is suffering. It's like, yo, come on. Come on, what are we talking about?
It's because it looks so small. It looks so small.
What
It's
do you
like
mean?
it looks like ignoring someone that needs help, or like it looks like telling a white lie to make things easier for you now, and just like, oh, it's not gonna matter. Like I don't have to do that. I don't have to do the dishes today. I don't have to make that phone call. I don't have to check my email. It's like it's so micro. And then those things like feed the spirit that's gonna eventually like become the Nazis more or less. It's kind of what Jordan Peterson's saying.
Hmm.
It's like people don't see God because they don't look low enough. It's like it's so small every day. It's just like the tiny 15 minutes in the Bible, dude. It's like not difficult. You know what I mean? It's not difficult.
Taking out the trash.
It's not difficult. But it's the whole thing. It starts with going to bed on time, making sure you have enough sleep to make like a right. You have to like compose all these different instruments to create what is like the right moment. Like having enough sleep and enough spirituality to be attuned to like getting up and wanting to read the Bible, aligning yourself within your story where those things are like hitting you and making sense for you. Or even if they're not, you're still committed in faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just doing your best and giving it time to flourish for real. Because we gotta experience this time anyway.
That's
Yes, experience this time anyway.
It's still so hard. I get it. I guess sometimes it's so hard.
Mm.
I just think that's what it is too. I think that's how life is.
That's the limit.
It's always too hard. It's always too much.
Where did that come from? We were talking about something before that.
Push it to the limit. Time just is the constraint itself, death itself.
Yeah. The experience of time.
Before talking about time dilation.
No. That was somewhere in that range.
Yeah, no, I think we were talking about the game itself, like the experience that you're having.
Getting old.
We were talking about heaven in the sense where we would do whatever we wanted to do, but we can't because time's the limit.
Infinite time, man. It's all right. Regardless, the merch is dope. We out here.
Super sick.
Yeah, dude. Water's cold. The water's gonna be cold.
Jordan Peterson was talking about people don't see God because they don't look low enough. These small microtransactions with life create these horrible outcomes.
I love that quote. I love that quote.
Yeah, dude, I was watching Jordan Peterson last night.
He's the man.
Had it on
He's the
YouTube.
man, bro.
Yeah, dude.
What are we talking about?
I was just looking for a lecture, and the first one was the Sermon on the Mount. And then I put it on, and he's wearing this like super sharp blue suit. He just looked like he was ready to hoop on any spiritual entity.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? We're talking about things.
Yeah, he's in there with stuff.
I can't wait for his comeback.
Dude, I need it in my life. I'm so afraid. I'm just like, it's Gandalf. Like, he's so...
It's Dumbledore.
Yeah, no. I'm like, we're going to lose Dumbledore at some point in this story, and it's going to break my heart.
Yeah, that's like a true thing.
He is Dumbledore, dude. You just effed me up sideways, bro. You just got me, dog.
Yeah, that's him for real.
I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. He shot me. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man.
That's him, man. You called to be Harry Potter, man. That's one of our Dumbledores, man. You don't get so many of those.
Oh. My axioms, man. You got me over here. It's like this literary device as a kid. And I'm like, I feel like that's what I feel like with Jordan Peterson. I'm just like,
the source of wisdom.
Oh, it's like he's coming back with the one hand now. After he got burnt trying to do big magic stuff for us. It's like, I'm really trying to help.
He's doing his part. He's doing his part. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That man's doing his part.
Yeah. So,
regardless if he claims to be doing it for, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm talking about this whole podcast. Jordan Peterson's one of the guys, bro. I'm telling you. The same reason why he's one of the guys is because he's just speaking the truth itself. You know? Not even claiming Christianity, but just like analyzing what are we expressing here in the story, and our interpretation of what the story is in its essence, at its truest form, objective reality, at least abstractly. And then we gotta derive from that.
Yeah,
that's as best as we got. We can't put words to it. We can't. We try, but you gotta come and see. You gotta come and taste and see.
These are hard pills to swallow. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All
what
I can
makes
give
all
you
this
is words.
difficult.
Mm.
It's like the high road's a hard pill to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, letting them get away with it's a hard pill to swallow. That's what it feels like. But then ultimately, you transcend in a place where you're like, I love grace. I love like what is the extension of grace. Grace as an idea. The fact that it's a tenet of God. It's like that's the shifting of like where you can be spiritually. But at first, it's just a hard pill to swallow. All of this, like doing the right thing when you're in the face of a good villain. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm always like, come on, man! Like, don't you want to center your life around the Christ-like motif? There's so many things I see in people. Like, how do you know that's the right religion? Trying to commit myself spiritually, logically, and I'm just like, ah. And yeah, there's a set of arguments we can get into, but like, just like the question that you have is like rooted in a thing that's like you haven't had an experience where that would provoke you to want to have some faith that that experience means something. It's like, how do I put you into that place? I'm like, I can't. God's got to put you in that place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just the human aspect of us. It's just so there. We're building from that. It's like, there's something else. There's like to me, it's just like something created this. We want to call it the Big Bang or whatever. It's like we are here, bruh. Are you not here, bruh? Because if you're here, bruh, then we're here, dude. This is real. It's like something created this real experience that we both claim to be having right now. And to say that you understand that thing, like fully and finally, sit down, bro. What are you talking about? How dare you? Unless you're able to walk me through it like legit, and I could like combat you. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like that's like what a debate is,
Right,
then,
right.
But there's something going on there where they're both trying to tap into truth, and
How do we-
someone's doing it. How do we determine who was winning?
Yeah, I think I just learned that maybe Jung referred to it as like a collective unconscious that we all have. That it's like when I talk about something, like you know what I'm talking about, and then we both subconsciously know that we have to just talk about it in this space because that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
So we both kind of just agree to like engage in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, there's like a right or wrong. Like we feel it. Everyone feels it. They're like, oh, got him. No way. He was a bad guy. They are wrong. They are trying to steal from the people. Like in a court case, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that happens like throughout time, like tribes of councils trying to debate, like, should we go to war or should we let this person be king?
How do we deal with criminals?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How do we deal with that?
A judicial system,
Yeah.
a justice system.
What do we do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. These debate things. We try to do that with our politics, but it's I guess a joke.
Theater.
I guess that's just theater.
Just theater.
Yeah, to truly. Yeah, it comes down to like, let's talk about like abortion, for instance. It's like the debate on that truly comes down to like, I think the correct argument is a Christian-based argument, truthfully in my spirit. But then if you're gonna like debate that, then like you could just argue on the fact that that's a Western-based ideology and it's not accurate. It's not. We shouldn't listen to those kinds of things in the Bible. You're misinterpreting. What are you interpreting? That's not something that is valid within the field of this debate. It's like that's just a Christian view. But in reality, like as far as separating state and church, this should be like the legislation for like people that don't necessarily need to or want to engage with Christ. And it's just like, no. Like I don't know how to like how do you debate that? I'm like
people do.
Hard. Now I have to evangelize this woman right now. She has to come in contact with Christ right now. Otherwise, she's not gonna. It's the only way that the right thing's gonna win. Is what I'm trying to say. For true justice to happen, I'm like, no, you'd have to. It's the Spirit of Christ is the true justice here, and then you have to like. Then I need you to feel that with me. I need you to feel Christ right now, and then that would be transformed into like what would be the agreed upon thing. But I guess there's a Satan stopping that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Crazy movement, the feminist movement or like being used in that type of light as well. You know what I'm saying? The idea of like supporting females. It's like, I love women, you know?
Yes.
Love them.
Absolutely.
Come on now. If anyone, I'm not trying to put women down. I'm here for it. equality, and all of that.
When do we start doing? Well,
This has been coming on for, I don't know, God knows how long in our culture.
yeah,
Because like women couldn't vote. You know what I'm saying? Women couldn't vote at some point, dog. That's like, see, like that's weird to me. But then like that guy, the reason that that's weird to me is because there's like a somewhat social injustice there to like determine someone not to be able to vote, as far as being like consciously aware to make the right choices. You know what I'm saying? There's like an immaturity to that. It's like it's our free will is our immaturity. Just doing anything we want whenever we want to do it.
I heard Jordan Peterson describe it as an explorative, the spirit of exploration.
Okay.
Like when a baby is, for his example was like if there's like an antique grandfather clock and then the baby is like walking towards it, or a toddler to like examine it or play with it, but then like gets harshly yelled at because they're like afraid, like, oh, don't touch that clock. That clock, just do not play with that. Do not engage with that thing. And you think like you're creating like a clear boundary for the kid, or like you think you're expressing value, and that value could be intrinsic emotional value that's like greater than, you're like, this value is so important, don't touch that. But all part of what you're doing for them is all they're experiencing is their spirit of exploration and engaging with life being like put subservient to what is something that's just like in their mind an immaterial object of the house. And that innately like they should be more important in that moment, or like they're teaching, there's a subconscious lesson that they're not as important as things. And that's not something you want to give to a baby's spirit of exploration. So that's like also what I feel like sometimes with our life with Christ is like our spirit of exploration is like important, but also it's like
the portion of the Simba within us that wants to go and does go beyond where the light touches.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That there's something about that the spirit of that is a good thing. But then it ultimately puts you in situations where you have to understand
The adventure.
Right.
That's like the press start, and it's like player one, here we go, we're locked in. Now the game begins, or like the story starts, or like the Abraham's call to live a not so or like docile, chilling, hanging out type of life, lackadaisical, taking more conscious control of your willpower and ability to contort and distort time differently, filled with the actions that you're doing and the behaviors that you're enacting. It's like, yeah,
That's what we're here to do.
that's what we're doing.
That's what it is.
If you're here, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. It's a narrative. It's an adventure. That's what Jordan Peterson thinks like the call to adventure is like the most important thing. And we have a severe lack of that, and that's why he was popular. Is because he wrote a book about like the call to adventure. It's like,
And it's found with maximum responsibility.
yeah. That was people responded positively to that.
Big time.
Yes. So sometimes I'd be like, no, put the responsibility on him.
GOAT.
Super GOAT. I mean, yeah, he's Michael. Like we have
Dumbledore.
this Michael Jordan or LeBron James debate, but then imagine being there for like prime Michael Jordan, just being like, this is rowdy. Like that had to be a different feeling than watching LeBron and being like, this kind of reminds me of MJ. He's kind of one of the best ever.
It's like Tom Brady to a degree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's done,
right?
People, the young kids like Patty Mahomes. It's like, you don't know nothing. You've seen nothing.
Yeah, right. Different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Different feeling. So
Patty's great and all, for sure.
That's how I feel about Jordan Peterson.
But yeah, no, we're watching something special.
Something special.
He's something special, bro.
Yeah. His lecture was crazy. I mean, they were like in an all white room.
Yeah.
Visually stunning. I was just thinking about like the marketing, like the creative team behind
He's
that.
like, our production value is second to none. It's like they hitting, dog. They're hitting, dog. That's some high quality content.
Yeah.
It's high quality H2O.
It's good water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fire. So
Dumbledore, goated. Hopefully he comes back. Love that guy to death.
Yeah, JPP walking in this podcast today for sure.
Oh man.
What's up? What are you thinking?
I was trying to bring it back to what we were talking about, or how we started in the beginning. We were talking before we even got onto the pod. We were talking about something, and then I think we lost it. But then we started talking about the merch and the situation I had with that merch and Brandon Lake, and then we were running.
We're with it. That's a conversation. I feel like that's sometimes
Holy week. Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's like that's a podcast is a conversation. Sometimes conversations just get
running
out there. Yeah,
running real quick.
But yeah, back to being a good presentation for you guys. Holy Week's happening. Perfect Holy Week.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll be Easter, day after.
Could this be
Happy Easter?
when Jesus comes back.
Any day now, bro. It's got to be any day now. But doesn't matter. But whenever it does, I'm like here for it. But if you gotta stay ready, you just gotta stay ready. And staying ready is dope. Feels good. Feels good. Just getting more into the word. Just giving that more energy. And you gotta let go. You just gotta let go. It's like the ultimate openness. You just gotta let go, but do your best, but let go at the same time. It's a whole lot. It's a lot. But you have to be there to express your free will to the max, to the best of your ability. But then also let go. We're subject to this nature that is our story that we're living out. We contribute to it. Damn, where to start from?
Try to pray against this spirit.
I know, the spirit be coming. It happens.
We could just pause it. I was thinking about that too.
No, it's all good, dog. Just let the spirit flow. It's too much.
I was thinking about this pastor that came into our church and like more or less evangelized to like 3 people in a very impactful way.
Oh yeah, remember you telling me about this story.
Yeah. And that just made me feel like it was just interesting.
What are they feeling?
What
is he doing?
I don't know. Just praying over people really is like the true answer. Praying over people in a way where, okay, so like this is what it is. This is what I was trying to talk about. He like prophetically speaks into their life in a way where I guess it's just true. I don't really understand that. And then it's so true that it's like transformative. And then he invites Christ into those places that he like prays over. And then on some level, Christ just like enters those places because like they're open to the prayer and they're like moved by the fact that he's addressing these things that how should he even know like my inner wounds, the things that I need praying for? How should he know those things? But then there's something transformative that happens there. And then these people want to align themselves with a higher calling after that, a better version of themselves, which is like the remedy for the things that they're suffering from. That's like prayer, I guess, at a really high level. But it starts with
the prophetic stuff is what gets them.
That's it. That's the okay. That's how that guy's scoring 80 points in a
Yo,
game.
where's it, Harry?
I don't know what to make of that. I saw another podcast clip where this guy was talking about.
What about Oz the Mentalist?
That guy's on different stuff.
What's he talking about? What are we doing with this man? Lock him up. I don't trust him.
There's people. Our minds and the way that I guess we process linguistics and people and emotions is like somewhat hackable. There's like backdoors from different things based on processes. Like if you're at a bar and you just like go like this to people, they'll like go to dap you up, and then you could just like flex 3. So this guy, he would just pull out 3 Rolexes and be like, "Psych, bro, what's up?" That was like his whole content.
Oh gosh.
And he just everybody, and then he had this one girl that he was like did it to her like 4 times, and he just kept being like, "No, I'm just playing. They'd be like, "No, you're really cool though. I'm sorry. What kind of watch do you have?" "Oh, it's sick. Okay, where'd you get that from?" It's like, "All right, my name's Brody. It's nice to meet you." "No, I'm just playing with you, bro."
Oh, no.
It was rough, bro. Like, he got her a few too many times. But then the people in the comments were like, it's because these people are like, we have like reactions and subconscious, like, and then I guess allegedly,
autopilot.
Yeah, you can push people into like thinking of certain numbers, I guess. Like, how through his narrative does he like, also he like researches all of their lives and somehow figures out that they're going to say this thing.
What have they been thinking about recently within the last 3 to 6 months?
Yeah.
Thinking about?
He'll do one with the football team where he's like, "Tell me how you score the game-winning touchdown." And he's like, "We run this play." And he's like, "Who do you throw the ball to?" And he's like, "This guy." He's like, "What's the final score?" And he's like, "This score." And he's like, "Boom, boom, boom." Like, that's hard to explain.
Unexplainable.
But he's like, I guess sets up the situation and knows him well enough to push him into thinking those things.
That's crazy jujitsu, bruh. That is like 12th degree black belt mental jujitsu.
I don't.
How's he able to know people's like card numbers? You know, he's like he just calls American Express. You know what I'm saying? He be knowing people's like pin codes and stuff to their like uh, debit cards and stuff.
In one sense, you could just stalk him.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
You know,
simple explanation. Usually the one that is the culprit.
Pay someone to stalk him. Pay multiple people to stalk him at different intervals.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah, layer.
I need you to be a ghost.
Yeah, your job is to find out someone's PIN number.
Can't suspect a thing.
Be a ghost. Be around. See him engage with paying enough times to have find that information and confirm that information. Maybe that. Maybe he finds out where they go often and then sets up a fake ATM thing over the ATM thing, collects all those card numbers, and then just doesn't use it for its maximum evil. These are explanations. I don't know how he's doing it.
Explanations, Michael.
I don't know how he's doing it, but everything that engages with the spirit of that is like pretty much like the dark force. There's no light force.
Seems a little
there.
odd.
Yeah.
Seems a little odd.
He's like a dark wizard hair. He's Slytherin hair.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That's Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
This guy's doing the opposite of that. He's prophesying into people's lives. That's heavy stuff to see in 2026. I'm like, I gotta go to this guy's church. I want to see what's up there.
Yeah, he's a pastor there at this church, and he came by and he evangelized 3 of your coworkers.
Yeah.
In a shift.
Yeah.
Just going over them and just praying over them.
Yeah.
And then they were afterwards just saying, like, sobbing, like emotionally overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And like I'll follow you, man. Like through that feeling process.
Yeah. Yeah. There was like one, like, if that was happening on a scale of green to red, there was one very bright green. And then one like yellow into green. There was green coming in there for sure. Undeniable green. You're like, okay, yeah, it was not just a great experience, but even perhaps a spiritual experience. Seriously, like that guy, that was nuts. And then the other one, I just netted it as yellow because I didn't really get to gauge where that was, but I didn't like see like a lot of transformational change immediately happening. First guy was like, I'm going to his church this weekend. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of wild. And then I'm just like, is that the kind of person I should aspire to be? It just like is that, I don't know. Maybe that's what the spirit of the Christ like energy always feels like. It's like, I should be following that. It's like right in front of me, just like that. Just like that. Wow. I just saw transformation. What the heck? That's like alarming almost. But yeah, you can't deny I don't know how you'd be doing that. So this one TikTok was talking about this guy on this podcast just said he had an imagination of like a slingshot and then started describing how a slingshot is like this thing that they're talking about. And it like really hit. I don't know if it was a slingshot, to be honest with you. It was some kind of like a bow or
okay.
Something about like yeah, when a bow has to be like pulled back before it's shot forward. He's like, that's what I feel like sometimes with these people. That's like this story that you're talking to me about. It's like, it just feels like you really have to be pulled back, but that's just like the force that's going to propel you forward to like hitting the target. And then he was like, pretty much like, where did you hear that? And he's like, I just like saw an image of a bow in my mind. And then I just like led with that. And I was like, it's like a bow. It's like oh, I got it. And then like, it's like, that's like prophesying right there. That's what that looks like. Like you had like an image placed into your mind and then you like prophesize like, I think this is what is being like told to me right now. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to put it. Trying to understand what is this like speaking prophetically. That's some heavy stuff. They talk about some heavy stuff that's like deep magic. Like it's easy for Harry Potter because it's like there's like ancient magic they reference sometimes in those books. It's like old lore. It's like Gandalf stuff, you know what I mean? Like he knows some different stuff. So there's like reference to like, yeah, I think pastor's wife, I don't want to forget her name. Stephanie, yeah. She was saying that, what is it? It's not superstition, but it is supernatural. Yeah, that's hard. That's heavy stuff. So the supernatural, they don't talk about that just like every week at CBC or any church. You know, you don't want to be like, how's the demon exercise been going, everybody? You know, it's kind of like, it's not for first years. So there's something to that.
Something going on there though.
We don't talk about prophesying that much. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we'd all reference and say, like, yeah, that happens. He told a story about that guy that had a dream, and that he said his dreams, when he has dreams like that, he knows that they're true. And then told our pastor
Oh yeah.
about that dream. And then, like, they held on to that until it came true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay. That's engaging with that prophesying spirit on a high level in a way that's like, yo, that's like heavy stuff, man. That's like the upper limits of Christ, man.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful story, man.
Yo, yeah, that's supernatural, man.
That's what you want, man. Beautiful story, man. It's like you really asked for. Yes.
Okay, so again, back to these people that have these big questions. It's like you haven't engaged with the supernatural, like, in a way that makes you. Like you're gonna have to transcend past like this like logical way of thinking about.
It's like your philosophy is built off of a machine that is limited. Like, would you agree or not agree? Like,
yo,
the thing that you are using to create your philosophy is a limited machine. It's like you don't know everything. You are limited. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the ability and capacity to know all truth. Just like simply, you cannot. Like, there's a reason you don't know every language. It's like we are limited just by what. That's the game here. You're here, bruh. Like, this is what's happening here, bruh.
Yeah.
And you're using this broken, limited machine to try to conceptualize infinity.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a failed attempt. Like, and the best you could do is make me feel some, like, legitimate and authentic.
Mm-hmm.
At least in your expression of what you believe to be true, even if you're not in line with me. It's like, you at least believe this, like, for real. Or like, you're standing on something.
Yeah, that's there. That's the thing. We metaphysically connect in a way with everybody because of our collective unconscious. There's a collective conscious too.
Mm-hmm. So we're using our little pocket of conscious to try to conceptualize the entirety of consciousness. It's like, it's just, you're silly. You're silly for being so adamant that you are correct 100%.
Right.
What makes you feel like that?
Right.
What makes you want to be like, no, I'm right. Like, I know what's going on here.
Yeah, it must be a force inside yourself that's trying to like find security or
establish order, known territory.
Yes, yeah, I know this for certain. I know this for certain. I know this for certain. But yeah, it's a like I get it. That's not like an evil spirit. I don't think it's like almost the spirit of Adam to like name everything.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's the wrong way to engage with that spirit where you're forcing certainty. That's like to know that there is uncertainty and be okay with that's a more difficult thing. It's a more mature thought.
It's more true certainty. More true certainty is built with a little dash of uncertainty.
Yeah, the proper integration of chaos to achieve higher order. Jordan Peterson's like, you don't know what higher order is. You don't know what it could be.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You know, we have our dreams and wishes, but it's limited. We're just limited little machines out here.
Yeah.
Our operating system is just not ready for that. Or it's not the same operating system, right?
That's wonder. So that's wonder, dog. Don't you want wonder in your life?
That's where like faith really starts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know. No, none of us really know, but we kind of can. Sometimes we could prophesy or like see around the corner. Been loving that little metaphor. It's like see around what's the story of what's happening here and predictive analytics of what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And then we even take that to the extreme or like make that more humanized and put more structure on it with like probability and statistics. That is still just like, we just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. That's it.
Not 100% all the time. Sometimes you can.
Yeah, there's that spirit of certainty that can occur, that can be a guiding force. It's a beautiful thing. It's like truly like in this moment I know there's something deeper inside of me that knows like,
commitment, what's
going to happen next. And it's like a feeling of spiritually being like, I'm all in on that. I know you should be all in. Let's make a ton of money. Like this is it. It's like actually I need to make my next decision committed based on this thing. Yeah, exactly. Committed. And that's an important force. And I think if you use too much of your own certainty, like kind of BSing yourself, then you don't know how to engage with that spirit properly to know when to truly go all in. So that's a whole thing. A lot of it's, I think Jordan Peterson says it's engaging with the spirit because it requires sacrifice. And that's costly. Like that's truly costly. So then it's a different process that's going into our life if you're going to perform sacrifice towards the spirit of these things. It's not spirit like ghosts. It's just like another word for something that you engage with. Another word is deity.
Where's your sacrifice going? In the spirit of what?
Yeah. But then deity is almost like sacrilegious, so you don't really want to use that word because it like is a god. But the thing about the deity is that it requires a sacrifice to it. Like in a literary sense, it is the same thing because then things will happen, good or bad, in your life depending on how you sacrifice yourself to these abstract ideals.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice to the ideal of laziness. You can engage with that spirit in a way that's like it's just a whole thing, or gambling, or lust, or gluttony. You can engage with love and grace and mercy, and it's like, yo, cannot understand higher order.
Adventure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is I think a lot of sometimes our struggle is just like misaligned engagement with these structures, with these spirits. Our sacrifices aren't quite our best sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
We're not learning the lesson we need to learn, so we have to keep like sacrificing the second best lamb 99 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trying to learn whatever you're trying to learn, or whatever your story's pulling you towards. We're always learning. You know?
Yeah. So we're talking about certainty.
Yeah. We're always creating higher certainty.
Who are you to know anything certain? And to speak prophetically is like claiming to have absolute certainty, right?
Yeah, and then or if the ability for him to say something and then for it to be perceived by them as like truly prophetic. That's just like where does that certainty come from? Or like,
The same way you knew that the shirt being a reference to Brandon Lake was like a thing. I think it hits you in like this. That's the thing. That's what I think is undeniable about this experience. I'm like, that be happening. That happens to you. I know Christ is engaged in your life on a level that's like trying to bring your awareness to it, at least a bare minimum. There's more here. How are you ignoring that? And then when you really like watching that show, it gets nuts.
Yeah, where that show gonna lead you to?
You see March Madness be March Madison?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go again.
Here's another one of the big cues. It's these people that want to hold out with logic against religion. I'd also heard the big cue was people who never get a chance to engage with Christ, like a civilization that lives on an island with no technology. Are they all just doomed to hell? But I'm just like,
I don't. Who knows? In some aspect, I guess yes. I guess as far as the suggestion would then be like anyone who doesn't know or like submit to the idea or adopt the ideology of I am the way, the truth, and the life. Like who doesn't like put Christ in that category? It's like does that how what does that look like exactly? What does that mean to be truly like just like saved like that? I guess then the question is like, do you have to know it as the name of Jesus Christ, or can you like catch it as an energy or a frequency or a way to interpret your story? You know what I'm saying?
woo! Yes, that's a dunk on that question. I had the same argument, but I didn't put it as nicely as that was. That was great. And I felt it in my chest while you were saying it. I was like, that's the truth.
Yeah. And who am I to say, or what the true nature of that answer really is?
I think
because even like the thief on the cross, it's like that's like the ultimate example, bro. That was one of the other bridges I bridged it to, from like the idea of, I was like the scripture was obedience is better than sacrifice, and then I was like, okay, I'm here with that. Hold on, I'm diving into this thought right now. I was like swimming in this like infinity pool of this thought, and then it was the Abraham. It's like he didn't even need your sacrifice; he just needed your obedience. And then I was thinking about like, but faith without works, like, do you need like what's the works is like kind of like the sacrifice. And faith is dead. Faith without no works, or faith with no works is dead. Like, but then the thief on the cross, because he definitely didn't do no works, and he definitely didn't get no baptism, but he was in paradise. He was in paradise. He'd like lived like the opposite life. You know what I'm saying? Even like considerably, to the point to where he was deserving of that death for real. And then even then on the cross, he was like, no, like I'm going to die to myself right now. Like this is wrong, and that is correct. Like that's what saw. And, and then what does that look like? I guess it just is the change of the heart. And that's it. It's the change of the heart. Because then then at that point it has to be kind of assumed, or at least my assumption is that the thief on the cross, like if he were to have lived through that experience legitimately, would his actions have reflected that in his behavior and patterns of behavior? And it's like, I think yes. It's like they're like you don't do the works to be saved, but like you will be once you're like your heart is unhardened, and I guess like the mental aspect and the spiritual aspect, and the hope aspect, and the changing the behaviors that are more conducive to positive results for you and everyone around you. Like doing that can happen, and changing into that can happen. But I guess it's kind of assumed that it would happen as to like the legitimacy of what it takes to get you to into heaven. Like you just have to have the heart for it. You don't even have to do any of the works. So then I guess can that heart be applied to someone who is doing those works with that spirit within themselves to do these things out of all the sacrifices to be made? They're making those sacrifices in the name of that spirit without knowing what that spirit's name is. It's like, is that more legitimate than someone who claims to be Christ-like and beating their wife, cheating on their wife, cheating on their life?
Yes.
What's more
but no,
real?
But yes, but no. But that sheep's more important than your sheep, though. It's like, yes, but like God's going to get that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like God's attention is on that person. That's
Who's another? There's not like another, or like after we pass on, there's another experiential part of this game. Who knows what happens in this next? Maybe you get like a one-on-one with the Jefe.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's spiritually based. Well, yeah, we have to talk to. We will talk to God, right? I don't know. We say that. We also say you're going to be at the gates of heaven with what, Saint Peter. I don't know if that's a Catholic thing or what, but that's like another cliche for when you die.
Okay.
You're going to be
at the pearly gates.
Yeah, waiting in line to
For
see if
sure.
your name's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I think you engage with God, and then you go over the film. It's probably rough, highs and lows, and then at that point, like, I don't know. I think at that point there's kind of like and what do you have to say about this? And then our heart will pour out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I imagine we'll be very, very apologetic for our sin, like everybody. I think overwhelmingly we're gonna be like, more than anything, I feel shame for not doing like better for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then God's going to like pick us up and then like accept us into like what is Him, like the upper limits of the positive parts of our relationship. And that's what I imagine heaven's like. I don't know if that's
Sounds about right.
Spiritually based.
Makes sense.
But I always see like Kingdom Hearts doors behind him.
Okay.
And then we like have this talk, and then I like fall to my knees and tell him I love him and I apologize and I should have been a better servant. I should have done better. I mean, it's gonna be overwhelming. It's like the spirit of like your dad's coming home. Like, I'm sorry, the house is a mess. I'm sorry, I love you. I should have not have just let the dogs run everywhere, or like whatever. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of, I guess, like if you're just, there's other times where you're doing everything the best you can, as hard as you can, as solid as you can, and you might be like, yes, I made it to the end of the game. God, what's up? I'm waiting for this moment. This is awesome. But I just think like the nature of us being sinners in that moment will be like cleansed by God, like fully. Like, oh, I'm not worthy to be in your presence.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess is that limited to believers? Does everyone have to go through that?
I think so.
Right.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah. And I think every knee will bow and every tongue confess that Jesus is Lord. And nobody will not accept Christ into their life right then. And I think that's why there's a theologian that said like heaven's a real place, but it's empty. And it's more or less because like everyone will have that moment with God, and you will interact with God, and every knee will bow, and you will know that that's you were just a sinner. You'll know you were just a sinner. Every moment that you didn't step with this, you were just a sinner. And I think everyone will be ashamed, and then God forgives everyone because that's the nature of our dad. And then at that point, you have accepted Christ into your heart at that point. And then like, that's what I'm saying. Like hell would be empty at that point because nobody doesn't have God after they interact with God. But that might not be true either. You might not get that moment of like final forgiveness, but I just think that's also because that's what Jesus is. You know what I mean? Like that's why I think that's going to happen. But
so what about that tribe on that civilization?
Bro, yeah, there's people engaging with the energy of Christ-like behavior. I know that that exists.
That's happening.
They're in narrative, you know? So I feel like it's the same thing. Like we have like a church, we have like a gym you can go to and like work out your spirituality. They don't have that. So it's probably harder to act Christ-like en masse for them. That's kind of what I think about when I answer that question for people. But I'm just like, you're looking for logic in a place where it's like you need faith. It's like, how do I provide faith instantaneously? Some people just prophesy. Like, yeah, that's the Spirit of Jesus Christ walking in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should like interact with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes the dialogue just be coming to you, man. If you're trying to be subservient, obedient to it.
Christ, like, where's happening, bro? Mm-hmm. March Madness happening.
Yeah.
So then what happens when there's a bunch of kids following Christ, but there's only like one March Madness winner? That's another, like, people trying to conceptualize, why aren't I LeBron James? Like, how's LeBron James? God just made his life like with higher priority than mine. Just made him like a cooler experience than me. How do you balance that if you're going to believe in God?
Mm-hmm. Having better or perceivedly better stories.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like part of the faith that your story is for you and it's the best that it is for you. I guess there is like a maximum version of your story that you would enjoy the most, that you can contribute to, and then God will give you something better than that. But hopefully you're at least striving towards the like a good version of your story.
I don't know, man. Being LeBron James is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So you telling me my life's going to be better than what being LeBron James is like? I think there's an egoic attachment to our something that makes that hard to believe. I think every guy's like, I think I'd like to be Michael Jordan. If I could trade places. That'd be a funny movie, Trading Places with Michael Jordan.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, right. Jordan Peterson definitely, his argument against that is like, you do not know what they had to go through to become that person.
That's also big time true.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're carrying, dog.
No. It's like, do not be so, like, it's super foolish to be like, I want that person's life. It's like, bruh, like, yeah, no. No, that's, you do not know what you're signing up for. The you that exists right now would suffer and die hard if they were just going to, like, snap and become that person. There's no way. But I think what you're saying is true, that your life is perfect for you. It's like your egoic attachment to what you think is perfect for you is usually rooted in like childish things. Like, I want to be a race car driver. I want to have a Corvette in my garage. Or like being cool, I guess. Like having a job you really respect for yourself.
I want to be respected.
Yeah, that'd be fantasy.
I want to be admired. I want to be famous. Like, do you?
Right.
If you want to be the king, you probably shouldn't be the king. That's why Jon Snow was perfect.
See, why is that
Jesus had to be the king.
Why is that the thing? Like the people that want to be king really bad are like the ones that are unfit for king. It's like, why is that their projection for so they're misaligned? Why is their projection the thing that disqualifies them? Is an interesting thing. It's like power, respect. What is it? Yeah, I don't know. Importance.
Yeah.
Significance. Wanting to
relying
matter.
too much on your egoic contribution into what you could create. It's like, I did this.
Yeah.
Like, who gave you the machine to do this?
Yeah.
You're using someone's machine, and it's broken. It's broken. It's limited. It's limited. We gotta plug it in, bro. If you don't plug in your charger, you're gonna die. You need to sleep. You can't. It's broken. It's broken. This sleep thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not broken is not the right word, but it's limited at least.
Bro, if you go out 5 days to 6 hours of sleep, you are not cooking like that. You're not cooking like that. You got to get the sleep in.
Gotta get the sleep.
How you sleep well? You got to get the exercise in. That's how you get the exercise in. You got to have slept well the night before.
Yeah, wake up early.
Yeah, dude. It's a. That's what's going on here, man.
Yeah. I never really tied those two ideas together more. Now I have them more tightly succinct together with the idea of like working out is aiding like your ability to go to sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you're mentally just running, might inhibit some of your ability to just like shut off and go to bed.
Absolutely.
You know, but if you're like worn out and exhausted, you're like, you're
yeah.
You're done.
It's dip, dude.
You're done.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. My sleep's really dysregular if I miss my workout or just
it's another
too much energy.
Positive aspect to it.
Joe Rogan describes it like he describes animals. He's like, there's dogs that like need to work out, Like they have to go exercise their energy, or they're like anxious and dysregulated and they don't know what to do with themselves. But then if they like or go out into, like, I think he's talking about Australian shepherds. He's like, if you take them out and like exercise them for like a good hour and a half a day, then they're chill, they eat right, they're happy, they go to sleep at night. And it's like there's the UFC fighters are like the same way. It's like there's people that are just like have this like, you gotta like get out that car on the street and then bring it back in the garage, and that's like, otherwise you're not maintaining the car well. Like, what a crazy thing. That's what the fuck.
No, that's good, man. That's good. So we're limited, for sure. We're just limited beings, man. Obedience is better than sacrifice, man.
Heavy thought. Good thought to take with you.
Yeah, man. Anything else you want to talk about, or was top of mind? We're talking about March Madness. Forrest Franken. Brandon Lake.
Nah, man. I'm trying to think current culture. I mean, I guess
Paul Walcott slack for having Forrest Frank out at the rodeo in Houston.
Yeah.
Huh.
Christ will always be. That's caught flack from who? From why? How serious was the flack? How heavy was it? Because I'm just like, man, who cares, bro? Like, what is it? You don't like the Christ-like motifs? Or is it just that he's some punk kid? You're like, man, you put this kid on with you, like, this is supposed to be some OG shit, bro. I don't know why you like betraying the brand like that. Like, what this means to me. You got this like pop little TikTok artist on your stuff. Like, maybe that's like the flack. The flack is like, why you got Jesus in my Paul Wall? Like, hit the brakes, kid. Hit the brakes.
Take a lap.
Yeah.
Take a fat lap.
It's like, aren't you tired? How was that working out for you? Like, goodness gracious, I can't imagine the life where I wasn't drinking water.
It's the only life, man. It's the only thing. It's the only thing.
Soda every single day. You're cramping, you're dehydrated, your head hurts. Drink some water, man.
Repercussions. Spiritual repercussions.
Oh. Yeah, there's an 8 right there, sitting right there. That's someone's favorite part of a favorite song.
Something. There's things. There's will and consequences of our will. Results of our will. And I think our will are like the fork in which we can use our will as a result of something else outside of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. And then it's like, okay, what are you going to do with it now? It's like, you can like make it this, or, act upon that in this realm based on that energy, or you can wrestle with it and then act in this realm based on a different energy that you shifted to with your willpower and your mental fortitude. You're battling with the demons, the mental synapses that do the things that you're not supposed to do. And the mental synapses you need to fire that make things more smooth, more efficient.
Yeah.
Dilating the time properly. You're like, yes, fit this in. Go this way. Go this way.
When you say that there's forces outside of yourself that are pushing you to making choices at those forks beyond yourself, it's like, I also think that's just part of the narrative. Like when it says like God wrote a story for you or has a plan for you. Sometimes, yeah, it's like our will is making bad choices, but then also that's like part of our hardening of our character, or like the kiln that we're in, the fire that's making us more holy. Part of the engaged game. It's better to view it like that. The same thing with a kid making a bad choice, that it's an exploratory process, and they need to learn that touching the stove is hot and will hurt them more than you need to yell at them for touching the stove on some level. But you don't want to see your kid get hurt, and you obviously can't, you don't want them to actually burn themselves on the stove. That's bad. But like the learning that that's what that is the thing that's happening right there. And I think that's kind of the same thing with us, like sinning, but it's just so much reverence for Christ. I feel like to want to be like, I think that's how you handle people with grace, though. It's like, this is an exploratory process that they're struggling with or not understanding, and they need to like get it right. That's where I think grace can come from, because most of the time on surface level, you're like, that's disgusting. It's like, why are you talking like that? Or like, why are you so certain about things? It's gross. Because we have a reverence for Christ.
Why are you so certain over there, huh? What makes you think you know anything about anything, bro? Huh?
He just starts levitating.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a higher level of talking about things.
But then they hit you with a prophecy that only they can know, or they Oz the mentalist you. It's like, what's going on there? Huh? Huh? What you doing, huh?
That guy, it's like pause everything. Yeah, immediately you're like supernatural's happening. Is this evil? Like that's the first thing.
We're talking impossibilities or what?
But there's like a kid at work. I don't not at work at the gym, and I like clocked in, and he's like, "Have a good lift, man." I was like, "Yeah, you too." And I was like, "Oh, sorry. You have a good day. I'm the one going to lift."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I'm trying, man, but I just got too much stuff going on, or like, I can't have a good day right now." And I was just like, "That was strange dialogue." And then I'm like, I think I told him like, "No, man, things can get better. Like, get it lifting, things will feel better for sure." And I just like keep walking, and I was like, what is that? And then in this moment, like in that moment, I wanted to pray, like be like, "Hey, man, can I like pray with you?" But I was also like kind of running late to work, so I prayed for him in the sauna. And then I walked back in the next day. I was like, "Hey, man, it's good to see you." And I was like, kind of want to pray for that guy. And I felt in this moment, I was like, I feel the urge to pray for him and just like tell him things are gonna get better. Like, I don't have specifics on that. I don't feel certain about any specifics on that, but like I know if he can just like hold it down or like wait for the next season, even if things are bad, get worse before they get better. I'm just like, things will get better for you. Like, don't. You're coming from a real dark place. Like, I promise things will get better. If you ever needed someone to tell you, things will get better. It's like, for sure, man. And then pray on that with God behind that. That's kind of what we're doing when we prophesy over people. Kind of saying, like, have faith, be strong, hold tight, things will get better. Wear the red hat on Thursday. That's not really, I mean, I guess maybe if you have, like, that seems almost like astrology, which is demonic, I guess.
Oh no, taking a left turn.
That's what Pastor Mo said. He's like talking about Sagittarius with the blah, 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 the blah. And I'm like, oh, so demonology, huh? Or something along those lines. And I was like, yeah, I get that, bro. Like assigning spiritual power to forces that aren't Jesus is not it.
Just don't worship it. It's just there. We're just looking at it.
Yeah, right.
Don't worship it.
It's just gravity.
Yeah. Things that are here, man. I'm not saying that they're God.
The stars be doing lining.
Gotta be creating them though. The moon, the stars, everything, all of it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't worship any of it. The thing, but the thing that created it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. There's times where Mercury is in retrograde, and I'm like, I know something going on. And I'll be like, Grace, what's going on? She's like, yeah, Mercury's retrograde is hitting right now. And I'm like, I can just like feel that in my life.
Stories get like ebb and flow, you know? Things be happening.
You're so right. Time be dilating.
Time be dilating.
So I'm saying your perception of things are they asked to be perceived per se. Like,
yes.
It's out there, bro, you know? And then you get, as I'm getting older, sometimes I'm just like, yo, like there's times where I'm having like real good days. And I'm like, that's fascinating. This is fascinating research. 15 minutes of the Bible, you say. Where's this been my whole life? Like, where's the... Now, if you just watch my camera, I like sat down and read the Bible, almost like I'm teleporting to Lumbridge, and then like put the book away. And now I'm doing laundry and cooking and dishes and packing, like performing 4 tasks at once, like versus another day of that same time is just me like snoozing, going back to sleep. Like that's a crazy POV. That's a crazy POV switch.
Yeah. Big time.
The time just be, you start stacking those check boxes. It's everywhere. I see it everywhere. Like just showing up with enough time to do the thing that you need to do and the way that it's called to you always has a semi amount of friction, no matter where it is, anywhere. So I'm like, these things are so archetypical, man. Like, my friend, things will be better. Specifics aside, it's like Christ, Jesus working in your life. Just like hold it down, make the right choice, stay true.
You're not done.
Be cool. Moved, removed, remade, or destroyed. Sorry.
We're still in the game. Oh, yeah, that's it. We're still in the game. God working.
Yeah. Your suffering won't last.
Yeah, right. The shift always ends. I've carried that mantra from restaurant to restaurant. Just like, they always go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no one sleep here before. Like, not overnight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was explaining the same thing to the host because she said something like, I don't know, something misaligned. I thought about a negative interaction with the guests or these people or whatever or something. And I was just like, they always go home. No matter what happens, they're always gonna go home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of them are already gone home. There's only a few left not had gone home. Yeah, and then they're gonna be gone, and then it's gonna be OV.
Mm-hmm. On to the next. Keep on pushing. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. But my coworker's like, that doesn't really help me right now, though. It's like, I know, but it will pass. It'll pass.
Yeah, you ever had a shift like
You're
that?
just so in it. You're so in it. You're just so in it.
Yeah.
But it ends. It does. But while you're there, because it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable. This is real uncomfortable. Oh man,
Yeah.
that food's taking a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. It's funny. Most of that is just like expectations not meeting reality, which is where a lot of negative feelings are derived,
Mm-hmm.
which is an extraction of just life when it is predictable and predictably positive. It's like what we're looking for here. That's like an experience haver.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peterson was kind of explaining that. It's like, and the worst thing is that things are constantly happening not how you thought they were in a way that is negative. That's like pure chaos.
Yes.
And so we're fighting against pure chaos by trying to have expectation meet reality. It's like a dinner can be like an exact reflection of that. And then you got to deal with people's like harshest attachment to what is like the archetypical thing in life. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're serving and working out of restaurants, but it's like, is that what I'm doing? Or am I like getting micro training in the spirit of that? Yeah, we could wake up in a HUD angel suit. It's like, you die and you're like,
here we go.
like, all right, well, you just made it off Tutorial Island. Let's go, kid. It's like,
start flying around.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible, I suppose.
Who knows? In the finality, nobody. We'll find out.
I think we should all go watch Dave Smith on Joe Rogan.
Okay.
I think
I heard it.
Did he catch you up politically?
Yeah, a little bit for sure.
Okay.
He always does. It's like part of his, I guess, his role in my story.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's what I signed him to. I was like, oh, that's what he does. Listen to those podcasts. That's what he talks about.
Yeah, me too.
More politically inclined gentlemen.
So I think we should everyone go listen to Dave Smith over the next week on Joe Rogan. It's one of the last 10 episodes for sure. And then we'll talk about politics next week.
Okay.
I feel like we should talk about politics. It's like crazy. My dad's talking about we shouldn't go to Israel this year because like they're at war. He's like, what are you talking about going to Israel in October? I was like, I'm pretty sure that's when the mission trip is for like CBC, and I'm definitely trying to do that. And then he was like, dude, like 2 days ago, they just officially were at war. They are officially at war with each other, and I was like, okay.
What they got to do with me?
It was just like they're like bombing places. Like it's not a good time to be an American in Israel. Like, well, they're literally at war with Iran. That is like a nightmare movie. That's like, don't do that. I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, dang.
But then he said he was going to Israel, hopefully in, I guess, 2027.
Okay.
And then he said we could go with him if we wanted to go with his church, and that we should.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
yes.
take this year off, bro. It's also gonna be expensive. Like, not it'll be expensive when we go too, but I think like I can make sure it's as least expensive as it has to be. But it's an expensive experience too. Like probably like $2,000 or $3,000 if you had it saved up. It'd be like super good. But a worthy thing for sure. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. It'd be super cool to go to Israel with my dad. But we should talk about politics because like literally like right there.
What are we doing? Why can't we everyone just be chill? Can't you be chill, bruh?
I don't even know why it's happening. Is it a terrorist group? Is it the country? I don't even know why it's happening.
We just know what we're told.
That's what, yeah.
And I guess Dave Smith is someone who's kind of looking into what we're told and then trying to organize it and see what makes the most sense. What's being left out? Why is it being told this way? Just like that. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Because we're not in the rooms and determining what is the narrative that we put out to people about anything.
Yeah.
Like those rooms are out there though. Someone's doing that.
Most of the people are in politics because they believe in certain policy. But then it's like, how do you in that position? It's like you have a spirit that is trying to understand which policy we should align ourselves with. And then there's part of you that wants everybody to align themselves with that spirit of that policy. And then that's part of what politics is debating with people and trying to convince them that your policy is the best policy. And it's like, that's a weird thing to be interested in, is what Jordan Peterson says. But it's derived from initially just wanting to understand like value, or like what is important here. Like how should we align ourselves is like the initial question.
How should we navigate forward?
Yeah, that's the initial question that you should engage with, truly. It's like politics can be like a proxy for that, for people who don't understand how to like integrate that with a spirituality for God. And so I'm like, your politics are bullshit, and all you want is you want a relationship with Christ. You're here trying to make policy. It's like, there's policy. It's Christ-like behavior, or like the Christ-like motif is the policy. So yeah, but anyways, we can listen to American politics and catch everybody up too.
Yeah.
With Dave Smith.
Yeah, life is crazy, bro. I don't know what's going on in this Matrix. Jesus come back anytime soon. Maybe this Easter. Hope you had a great Easter. Lenten season coming to an end. And we're pushing. And
So keep doing your best.
That's all you can do.
To the micro.
That's it.
Go to sleep.
That's it.
Don't take the melatonin. Go work out.
That's it. That part. And hit it hard. You can, and it's worth it. That's all we got. To the end of time. A billion years. Love the merch. Love y'all.
Can the people get this?
We're pushing.
They get this? They get this.
Yeah, it's on there's a link in the description.
Okay. If you want to get the King of Hearts shirt, Jesus is King shirt, also Jesus is the main character shirts, I think they're the top 5 shirts on my roster. They're literally my starting 5.
I guess.
Click the link in the description. Pick you up a shirt.
Just guess. We love you.
See you in the field, homie.
See you in a billion years. Peace.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might